Hey guys, welcome back to the Piston Show. I'm Keshi Dillon, and today I'm here to help you save some money. If you've been in the market for Kia Carnival, which if you have a family is a car that I really think you should consider. If you're in the market for a car like this, for an MPV family mover of sorts, then I think that I can help you save some money. Because the 11-seater that you see over here costs close to 200,000 ringgit. And then after that, you get the 8-seater, which is still very capable, but that costs roughly about 247, close to 250,000 ringgit. And then after that, you get the more exclusive 7-seater, which is close to 270,000 ringgit. If your decision is split between the 11-seater and the 8-seater, well, I think the 11-seater is actually good enough. When I first drove the 8-seater, which I will add a link to somewhere up here on the screen, I thought that the 8-seater is fantastic. It's probably the best family MPV out there in the market. In fact, at close to 250,000 ringgit, I gave 10 reasons why the Kia Carnival 8-seater is a much better buy than the Toyota Alphard or Vellfire. Now, after driving this 11-seater for the past couple of days, attending a wedding, having my whole family in it, yesterday I had 10 people in this car for breakfast in Bunting, I am absolutely convinced that this is actually a good enough MPV. And if you are split between the 11-seater and the 8-seater, then I think you can save that 50,000 ringgit and go for the 11-seater because it is good enough already. So in this video, I want to tell you everything that is good and bad about the Kia Carnival 11-seater. But as usual guys, before we go any further, a quick acknowledgement of our sponsor. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. This video is brought to you by Berjaya Sompo Insurance. Get Sompo Motosafe by Berjaya Sompo. The less you drive, the less you pay. It's that simple. Choose from 3 different mileage plans with affordable premiums to fit your driving needs. Perfect for those who drive occasionally. Plus, enjoy extra perks like unlimited towing, 100% special perils, and all driver coverages. Ready to drive smart and save big? Switch to Sompo Motosafe today. Head over to Berjaya Sompo Insurance and start saving now. In terms of design, well, there's not much that is different except that the 11-seater runs on 18-inch wheels, where else the rest run on 19-inch wheels. You still get these power doors, which not only adds an elegant look to it, it's incredibly convenient. The kids will love it though. I have my son and my nephew in here and they just, they had a gala time with the car, simply said. And then at the back here, well, for the 11-seater, you have to make do with some halogen bulbs rather than LEDs and such. But I think if you're saving 50,000 ringgit, that's a good enough trade-off. 50,000 ringgit, guys, that's a lot of money. And then this is the 11-seater. This is basically the 4th row seats. And as you can see, if this 4th row seats is in place, you really don't have enough boot space. But if you have 11 kids, family of 11, then I suggest you get a top box, a luggage box, and that should solve your problem. But the thing is, the 4th row seats is only great for children or very short people because it's not very comfortable at the back there. But what you do get is you get your own air conditioning vents at the back there, and this just makes life for the 3rd and 4th row passengers a lot more convenient. And if you're wondering what it looks like with the seats folded in place, now you get an incredibly large storage space. One thing that I like about the 8-seater is that you get a very deep storage space over here because you don't have a 4th row seats. In its place is deep storage space. So that's something that I really like about the 8-seater and as well as the 7-seater. But as far as family goes, moving 11 people go, the 11-seater is actually good enough, and you actually get a powered tailgate as well. For me, this just checks all my boxes. The engine is the same across the entire range, so it doesn't matter whether you get going for the 7-seater, 8-seater or 11-seater, you're still getting a 2.2 litre turbocharged diesel engine making 199 horsepower and 440 Newton meters of torque, where power is transferred to the wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now this is simply a brilliant powertrain. You get a 72 litre fuel tank, but I spent a lot of time on the highway with this car to Ipoh and back, bunting, the works right everywhere, and for the past 10 days or so I only had to refuel it once. That is fantastic, and I think it's a very nice balance of power and efficiency. You can just cruise along the highway at 120, 140. You really shouldn't if you're going to be having a car full of people, but you can. And that's the brilliant thing about having a diesel powertrain. For me, this is a much better alternative than having a petrol-powered engine like with the likes of the Toyota Alphard and such. So this actually checks all my boxes as far as the powertrain is concerned. Now we jump inside and I'll show you more. I'm not sure about you, but every time I need to refuel my Ford Ranger, I actively seek out a BH petrol station. Why? Because BH Petrol's Infinity Euro 5 diesel comes with a special diesel performance package that keeps your engine as well as your injectors clean. And if you keep using it over the long term, it basically keeps your engine at the maximum operating efficiency. And what this means is that over the long term, power loss is rated at less than 2%. That's even better than what the manufacturers recommend. And because BH Petrol's Infinity Euro 5 diesel comes with two variants, either in B7 or B10, it makes it perfectly adapted to just about any type of diesel engine out there, making BH Petrol's Infinity Euro 5 diesel the right choice. Now, you'll be hard done to tell the difference between the 11-seater and the 8-seater when it comes to the interior of the car. But there are some key differences over here, such as the fact that the 11-seater uses analog dials with this small digital multi-info display at the center, giving you all the information such as the temperature, your odometer, your range, the works. You also get wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's just a fantastic place to be in. One thing that I really like about the Kia Carnival is the fact that you're sitting closer to the ground as compared to some of the other MPVs, and this gives it, for me at least, gives it better driving dynamics. So you don't get a lot of body roll, with taller MPVs, those that are tall and slim, such as the likes of the Alphard. So this actually, because it's low and wide, it makes it feel more stable. And as far as the suspension is concerned, you get McPherson struts and multi-link, which is the same across the board. And this means that the suspension is just soft and supple and fantastic. I had some passengers here yesterday who has been spending a lot of time driving around Malaysia in a Proton X90, and within 5 minutes, they were saying that this car feels a lot more comfortable. Keep in mind that the X90 is a 7-seater, so this feels a lot more comfortable. So that is a good reference point. And for me, I have to agree that the suspension of the Kia Carnival is just fantastic. It keeps you really comfortable and disconnected from the horrors of the road underneath. And the other thing about the Kia Carnival is the fact that everything about the software, everything about the entertainment is family oriented. Now, I really like the fact that it has something called quiet mode. Now, when I turn on quiet mode, it will reduce the volume and it will deactivate the speakers at the back of the cabin. So this just means that just the driver and the front passenger get music. And not only music, it's at a reduced volume. So this keeps your family at the back, during long road trips and such, keeps your family comfortable. So I really like how people-oriented the Kia Carnival actually is. Now, the other difference between the 11-seater and the 8-seater is the fact that this does not have heated and ventilated seats. But if you're saving 50,000 ringgit, for me, that's a good enough trade-off already, especially considering that you're actually getting very comfortable interior. Even the back seats are just brilliant, very family oriented. But the 11-seater doesn't get the Carnival's multifunction free mode seats. And if you do not know what that means, well, that just means that you can detach the seats and make them face each other. So that's something that the 11-seater does not get. You get it with the 8-seater. So if that's something that appeals to you, where your kids can speak to each other and just makes it easier for your helpers to feed the kids and keep them entertained over long distances, then perhaps the 8-seater is the car for you. But again, if you're saving 50,000 ringgit, that is a big deal. If you're also a speaker kaki, audio kaki, the Kia Carnival only has 6 speakers located around the cabin. The other variants get about 11 or 12 speaker Bose sound system. So if that's important to you as well, the Kia Carnival makes do without that as far as the 11-seater is concerned. But you do get plenty of USB ports and charging points around the car. So that just makes it perfectly adapted for long distance rides. And this, if you're wondering, well, they're comfortable seats, but they're not quite leather. They are made of leatherette material. So no, they're not leather. That's something that is reserved for the more premium variants like the 8 and the 7-seater model. But as far as comfort, convenience is concerned, for me, being able to do this and just hang out on a long distance trip, this is good enough already. And you also get your own air conditioning controls at the top over here, which just means that the passengers at the second, third and fourth row can adjust their own temperature settings and just basically disconnect from the driver and passenger at the front, which may want to be more comfortable since they are in charge of keeping everybody safe while on the road. So I just like the fact that the Kia Carnival 11-seater is such a brilliant family mover, and for 200,000 ringgit, there's just no arguing against the 11-seater Carnival. But there is one major trade-off, and this might be a point of concern for you, especially if you're buying a Kia Carnival to move your family. Because despite the fact that you're saving 50,000 ringgit, you're actually trading off some key safety systems. But before that, I would just like to establish that the Kia Carnival 11-seater does come with all of the active and passive safety systems that we have come to expect of modern cars, such as anti-brake system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, traction control, stability control, the works, right? But it does not come with advanced safety technologies, except for the fact that it does come with blind spot monitoring, which to me, for a car this big, is quite important. So you do not get stuff like blind spot collision avoidance assist, blind spot view monitor, rear cross traffic collision avoidance assist, lane keep assist, driver attention warning, forward collision avoidance assist, lane follow assist, and smart cruise control, despite the fact that you do get regular cruise control. So for 50,000 ringgit, even though you're saving that much, you do not get all of those advanced safety systems. But you do get the regular active and passive safety systems. Again, 50,000 ringgit you're saving. In my books, 50,000 ringgit is a lot of money, and you could just train yourself to be a smart, safe driver. Again, guys, if you have 11 people to move from your family, that 50,000 ringgit is a lot of money that you can put to better use. And if you're wondering whether the 11-seater is a good enough car or whether you should go for the 8-seater, I'm saying that the 11-seater is good enough already because it has everything that you would need for a regular MPV, and it's a fantastic and comfortable people mover. Let me know what you think about the 11-seater Kia Carnival in the comment section below, or if you think of a better alternative. Thank you for watching, guys. As usual, do consider subscribing.